All right, guys, what is up? What is up, Beast Limitless fam? Let's get this live, guys. I need everyone smashing that like button. You know we're in a Bitcoin long all day, all day. That is my first step here is long Bitcoin off of this break. It already did break. Non-financial advice, but your trend broke right here. So guys, smash up that like button. Let's get this live absolutely popping tonight. If you took the weekend off, it was a good time to take off in crypto because we're back into Tokyo, and Tokyo is coming in absolutely hot and pumping it. So yes, we're in a downtrend in the market, but I've been waiting for this move to here because we're not going to dump in the market. This is just my evaluation. We're not going to dump in the market, guys, until we hit this area right here. Wherever this is on the top of the trend on Bitcoin, that is where we are going to dump. If we are going to dump. I have to look at more information. I haven't looked at the charts all weekend. I made an Aave trade. I told myself, do not trade. I literally watched Netflix, made some music, made some mixes, and I forced myself not to trade. I made a little Aave trade, but besides that, I did not trade at all. Reason being is there was no reason to. Shorting was kind of a joke because there was no reason to short. We kept on going down, down, down. Here would have been the short 90K. But guys, things are absolutely heating up in cryptocurrency off of the drop. So I said I'll never long a downtrend. That comes with a caveat. And the caveat is when you touch the bottom of the uptrend channel, okay? Yes, we are in a macro downtrend, and I'll be cautious on Bitcoin around here. But as of right now, this is a long all day, non-financial advice. Do your own research, protect your capital, look at your trades, look at your capital. I can't tell you what to trade, but absolutely crushing on the prop firm account, on my own account. I think, yep. Prop firm account is slaying. All right. So let's run this up, guys, and absolutely crush it, okay? Bitcoin absolutely broke out. Even though I am trading the trend, I am not dumb enough to miss out on this move. There's no way I'm going to miss out on a move like this. It just isn't going to happen, and I'm not going to do it. So we got an uptrend into basically London. Okay, so this should be pumping to London. I believe this is probably going to pump to about 92,000-ish. We got to see how it goes. Tokyo is absolutely ripping right now. We see that we broke the trend. So this is a long all day, all day. 1 point broken, 2 point broken, 3 point broken. Okay. Absolutely a long all day, guys. And another caveat, or not a caveat, but a thing here is that New York, not New York, we're moving up on the 4-hour time frame. Okay. The 4-hour time frame is absolute bustling and hustling here, guys. So there is money to be made in the market right now, and it is longing. And I'm finally glad I can long. We've been crushing the shorts, but I'll be real with you. The whole bearish momentum getting to everybody, right? So now we're on an uptrend. 15 minutes popping up, 30 minutes is popping up, 4 hours popping up, and Bitcoin is absolutely beginning to slay. Now, another thing too, I don't know why my 50 SMA keeps on going off this chart. It is really weird. My indicators keep on deleting. I have no idea why. But the SMA, Smooth moving average, I'm going to take my 50 here. You messed up the Tron short. Sinster, what happened? That was a golden short. It was money. Okay, golden cross, guys. Major golden cross approaching in the market. I can't tell you we're going to break out because we're in a downtrend. But now the 3 days moving up into this weekly close for Asia. This is very interesting here. The 3-day MACD is about to cross. It isn't about to cross out of your zero line, so we're still very, very bearish in the long term here. But guys, this is absolutely crazy. If you look at your weekly, weekly doesn't really matter. So it's really the 3-day that I care about. But again, we're bouncing off of this trend line. So if you guys want to draw your trend lines how I drew them, CJDV, what is up? Sister, what is up? Who is trading in the moment, guys? What trades are you in? The market is the gift of giving right now, and we are about to absolutely print. Now, what needs to happen is when we backtest, we need to backtest this right here. So technically, okay, we know Tokyo is in distribution, AMD. All right. We know Tokyo's in distribution. Market dropped. Now we're coming out of that drop and we're distributing to the upside. So London, yeah, I was out of my Tron short the other day when it dropped. Set a stop loss and profit, and I kind of, because a lot of things are very, very oversold. When they break trend, it is really good to short, but so essentially, guys, right here is Bitcoin could pump to about 92. If we're looking at our liquidity gaps here, got my chart back up here. Let's look at the 4-hour time frame here. Trading long, Aave running 15%. Let's go, McKeed. Aave is a really good trade to long and short. All right, guys, this is the very first live on my channel that I have not shorted. I'm not kidding. The very first live. So clap, all right? Because we're definitely long. We're not shorting this. So a couple things here on the 4-hour is we are bouncing off that 88 target that we've been looking for, okay? We have been looking for this 88 for quite a bit. We keep on bouncing off of this support, but not exactly touching the bottom of the liquidity block there. Now that we are breaking out in the shorter term, of course, not the longer term, we are really targeted for that 93 to 94 target, to be honest. We still technically are going for that 80K, but again, we're not going to get there until we hit the top of the daily, okay? So here's the top of the daily, guys. We haven't hit it yet. I feel like after Christmas time, we're going to drop, but if we hit it first, then we possibly drop. Now, here's where we get bullish in the market, okay? Here's a bullish scenario. We break out, we back test, we move up. then we're all happy. We're longing and telling every single person a coin's going to pump 1,000%, right? I'm kidding. But basically, we're looking for this top of the market right here to line up with the top of the resistance and to line up with right here. All right, guys, so it's a very, very beautiful trade. You could potentially long this Bitcoin trade all the way up to the conversion line around 93K. Okay. Or even potentially here. I would probably be taking profit around this area, 93-ish, but you could really ride this Bitcoin trade up as long as it doesn't fake out. And it shouldn't, because this 4 hour, it's just starting to move up. You're at the 20, you're crossing your 20%. Okay, guys, hit that like button. Let's absolutely run this live up today. Okay, let's look at Tron. I shorted TRX and then I got out on Friday or whatever it was, made a bit of money, shorted out. Yeah, Tron's ripping. So Tron hit my take profit perfectly. So Tron hit the take profit perfectly here, which was the bottom. Let's see here what Tron is going to do. Absolutely popping off here. So we got the top of Tron, and that is the top of the daily channel. So I can see Tron popping off to about 31 cents. This is pretty much a full reset in the market. We're in a macro downtrend, but we hit the 4 hour long-term bottom here. And we could see we've been consolidating for a long time here. And essentially here, if you look at Tron, it is an rounded bottom to the top. Now, I most likely will be shorting right here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm still going with the trend. The uptrend, the downtrend, I'm going to play it. But there is a possibility that we break out. Very slim possibility. We're still in the zero line on the MACD on every single time frame. But as of right now, it looks like Tron is absolutely going to pop off to about 31 cents. Would I long it? Not in the middle. I would probably, well, you could hypothetically long this to the top. You know, this would have been your long here, 27.6, but Tron barely moves when it moves. You know, you got, yeah, so pretty much after this, this is the downtrend, and this is where I was shorting it the other day when I called the trade. We absolutely banked profit on this. Made about, 6%, whatever. I think I took profit at 4%. But after Tron technically breaks out of here, guys, this thing is running all the way to 31 cents. So we are definitely looking at a pump scenario in the market. And you could see Bitcoin absolutely popping, guys. Perfect time to do the live. We had the breakout thumbnail up way before the live even started. I had my title done up way before the live even started. This was absolutely written in the cards. So I'm looking for about 31 cents on Tron, but I will probably jump into a long when Tron breaks my resistance. Like, you could hypothetically long Tron, high leverage, non-financial advice, long it to here, make some quick profit. But guys, this market is bullish. I'm telling you right now, for the time we are bullish, we're bullish to the top of the channel. That means that Bitcoin could potentially go to 93.5 to 94. I will evaluate at the top of the channel if we break out. Right now, we're long. Do not short this market. Non-financial advice. You will get wrecked. Absolutely rinsed around the neck, okay, if you try to short it. This is legit the first time that we're not shorting the market. So everybody smash up that like button, because I'm very pumped up, absolutely very pumped up right now for the market. Okay, so what are we doing here? Starfire wants to look at, what's this? What did I do? That came up out of nowhere. Chiefs Mahomes to have Emmer. Oh, yeah, the Chiefs are out, hey? Okay, ICP, sure. Who is pumped up? I'm talking about longs right now, guys. Like, wow. I'm not bearish, fam. I go against it. I go with the trend. I'm not bullish. I go with the trend. The trend is my friend. That is it. ICP. Yeah, big Taz45, what is up? Shout out to all the new people, guys. If you're new, welcome. Subscribe it up. We are going to be doing tons of content, and we are getting the market broken down every single day. 4 hours of live. Ron, you've been bullish. I wouldn't be bullish, brother. I'd be bearish and bullish when you need to. The trend is your friend. Be bearish when you need to. Don't be bullish. Don't be bearish. I'm telling you guys right now, if you guys take away that mindset of I'm bullish and I'm bearish, you will be a millionaire in the next 3 to 4 months off of 10 grand. Do not be bearish and do not be bullish. It doesn't get you anywhere. For 6 years, I've been bearish and bullish. It doesn't get anywhere. It's a fake mindset. It's like we make up time, right? Time is not real. We don't have much time. Time is a made up thing. Not enough time. We need to buy time. I've seen the documentary. It's all false. It's all fake. It is just a made up thing that we keep on going off of because it is around the world. Just maximize your trend and maximize what you are doing. I'm telling you, you will make so much money in this market. Just follow the trend. And that is a message to everybody, guys. I've been trading Forex and I've been trading crypto for how many years? I always went against the trend because I've been bullish or bearish. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. It's a false reality. Now, that doesn't say you're not bullish in the trend. Of course, if the trend is going up, you're bullish. If your trend is going down, you're bearish. And you guys are going to see what I'm talking about over this next 6 months, especially for the OG fan. The astronomical gains that we are about to make and stuff is just insane. All right, guys. So anyways, you can see right here that the market broke out on ICP long time ago. The only reason I don't like ICP right now is because internet computer has not touched the bottom. If I'm looking at internet computer, I'm looking at really trading it in a horrible zone. Now, we are kind of breaking out, okay? We are kind of breaking out, guys, on ICP, but I wouldn't trade it. It's too much money to the bottom, 21%, and 21% to 30% to the top. Now, there is a tweezer wick forming on the daily on ICP, so potentially this could be a bottom in the shorter term. I just know that everything does go down to the top or go to the bottom of the channel and typically will go up. I don't know. ICP is an interesting one for me. I personally wouldn't really trade this, but if it breaks out, it breaks out. You're going to be in a range. I'll be honest, guys, I can still see Bitcoin going to 70K because we're in a macro downtrend. So how this is going to work is we are going to pump possibly to London because we know London is going to accumulate or manipulate. And then with our AMD session, we are going to either accumulate or manipulate. So we pump possibly into London. And then maybe we go sideways into New York, and then this would be the top of the channel. Now, if Bitcoin breaks out of this resistance right here in backtest, game over. You're technically breaking out. The only caveat is we're in a downtrend market. So there's a possibility that Bitcoin, Aaron, what's up? Hazard, what is up? Guys, there's a possibility that Bitcoin does break out, pumps to 100, fakes out and comes back down because we are following this channel. So right now you want to follow the channel, okay? But it doesn't mean we're bullish on a breakout because the overall market is in a downtrend. Keep that in mind. And then I want to show you guys one more thing before everybody starts saying we're bullish in the long term. Yes, we are absolutely pumping in the shorter term, guys. But before the end of December, we are completely dumping on the monthly. We are completely dumping on the monthly here. The MACD monthly is completely coming down. Okay? So sure, we are bullish for the next week to 2 weeks, whatever it is. Do not ignore this monthly. And if you are in the market before the monthly close, be very, very cautious. The monthly always plays out. Okay? But for now, let's have some fun because we are bullish in the shorter term. I just want to make sure everybody knows that. It's like, oh, buy. And then all of a sudden, December comes around and wrecks everybody. Okay? Smash up that like button, guys. Let's run up the live tonight. If you guys are on YouTube, make sure you go on Twitch as well. Open up Twitch on another window. And let's run this thing up. Shout out to the people viewing on Twitch. So it'd help a lot, guys, if you guys aren't on Twitch. If you open up Twitch in another window, completely mute it. It does help the algorithm. It helps us out, okay? So Bitcoin is going to do its thing here for the Asian session, the Tokyo session. We don't know essentially how high it's going to go. But if we take a fib from this high to this previous low, I know people think Fibonacci's don't play out, but they definitely do. You are bouncing off of the golden pocket, which is your golden ratio, okay? So this is a valid bounce right here. And let's say potentially this was a bounce, then you're looking at that rough take profit around 96K. Okay, I think I've done my due diligence on Bitcoin. So we are going to look at a couple large caps here, your main ones, Ethereum. But as of right now, guys, we're still on target for 70K. We're not going to be off target until we break and back test that channel. If we break it, then there's going to be a lot of excitement in the market, including with me, because I would definitely love to call some breakouts. So guys, Ethereum from the top to the bottom is in a downtrend, right? We know that. We know that. We can see Ethereum. So here's my problem on Ethereum right now. Bitcoin hit the bottom of that macro trend that we've been trending since November of 2025 when Bitcoin hit 80K or whatever it was, 2,600 on ETH. Ethereum did not hit the bottom of the channel. And Ethereum did not break out yet. So Ethereum is a bit, actually, you know what? Ethereum did break out. Of the shorter term, Ethereum definitely did break out, and Ethereum backtested the breakout. So this is a bear flag, but it is going to be invalid. The reason the bear flag is going to be invalid is because you broke out. You broke out on ETH. So ETH is definitely going up. And you can see that right there. Now, ETH is a bit slower technically, but you're looking at roughly 3,300. And we will see if Ethereum breaks out. What I will say is if crypto did break out, this would be the time to do it because a lot of people are out of the market. Blue Magic 3,800, how are we doing, fam? Appreciate you for coming on the channel and commenting. So guys, sure, we're going with the long macro downtrend here, but it doesn't really matter because you got to keep an eye on what the market is doing right now. The future, the past doesn't matter. We're focusing on right now, and right now everything's breaking out. However, it is also a Sunday, okay? It's a Monday in Tokyo, but it is in a Sunday. We are in a Sunday right now, right? So Tokyo broke out. We definitely did break out. Now we come and back test this breakout possibly around 89.2, and that would be your confirmation. If we look at the blocks, our liquidity blocks here, liquidity gaps, yeah, we're going to hit that 90,005 for sure. 90,005 to 90,007. We're going for the 90,005 for sure. So that would be an area to hold along. But if we are looking at the 4-hour, we are going to about 94. So we got to see how Bitcoin plays out there. Again, into the London session, I'm not saying take profit, but definitely set your stop losses and profit because we're distributing into Tokyo. And then London, we're possibly manipulating or consolidating, okay? So we got time left on this London session for sure. Absolutely do we have time left, okay? So Ethereum's, I don't know. Ethereum's going to go up, but it's still in a downtrend, not much more move to resistance. Solana. So we're looking at backtesting 89,200 to 300. Where is the liquidity sweep? So if you're looking at the sweep, your sweep would be about 94,000. Your liquidity sweep would be about 94K, 93.8 to about 94K. Okay, guys. So if we're looking at Solana, we're still in a downtrend on Solana at the moment. But yeah, we're in a downtrend in Sol at the moment. We're probably going to break out. I don't see us not breaking out. But altcoins are definitely a bit slower than Bitcoin. I will say that. So we're going to put alert here. I do want to check on Aave. Telling you guys, Aave is your moneymaker all day, all day. Like you can long Aave, you can short Aave, you could play it. But Aave is your moneymaker all day. This could be the #1 trade to trade every day, all day. Now, personally, for me, I'm in a Bitcoin long just because Aave is kind of all over the place right now. But it does look like Aave touched the bottom of the channel. And Aave definitely did break out. So if Aave could break out and range in this area into London and then come back up, that would be a very nice long, because if we're following this little uptrend from the dump, now we got to look at things a bit backwards. Yes, we're in a macro downtrend, but we are also in an uptrend here from November. So that means Aave could potentially pump all the way up to 227 as of right now. Okay, so what I want you guys to do is I want you to draw these daily channels to see if we break out. Draw these daily channels in the market, because you don't want to be holding a trade that's at resistance, but then at the same point in time, the market is going up on a different time frame, right? So here's, I know I've been shorting Aave the whole time, but if we end up breaking out inside this channel, then this is going to pop, right? But in my personal opinion, Bitcoin is the best trade to trade at the moment. I need more data on altcoins right now if we're actually going to break out. It looks to me that we could possibly break out. The 18 hours oversold. 18 hours oversold. We're heading to resistance. It's not looking too bad. Golden cross on the 4 hour, right? 8 hours oversold, guys. What's the 8 hour at? So yeah, 8 hours completely oversold. Golden cross coming up. 3 days still moving up, right? So sure, we're in a downtrend. No, I didn't knock on wood. All right, let's take a look at XRP. I'm liking this. I'm loving the uptrend momentum. Let's get it. Oh, yeah, I guess I did. I knocked on the table. I'm excited, fam. I'm very excited because this is at least a bit of green momentum from the bottom, right? It didn't make sense to long Bitcoin until it hit that bottom of the channel. So if we take a look at XRP for the XRP army, it is looking... Oh yeah, Sinster, I got your message. Sorry, I fell asleep. I will reply to that, okay? About the prop firms and the funded accounts. Honestly, I can't even really give you an answer right now because I'm still testing them out. But yeah, XRP is looking okay, I guess. I don't know. I probably wouldn't even look at XRP right now. It's just too much range. You can range from 221 to 250. There's not much movement in XRP at the moment, but you are bouncing off the 200 SMA and you kind of are ranging. So in my personal opinion, Bitcoin is the star of the show right now. Shout to all the new people, guys. If you're here, I appreciate you. We go live twice a day. Make sure, guys, make sure everyone is locked in to beastlimitless.com, guys. This is my app. This is my website. I post trade setups. I update you guys. Like yesterday, I said no trading day. Whatever, all of the trades we have posted have been 100% profitable. Look, TRX, it hit the profit. I think there was another one there. But yeah, beastlimitless.com, guys. Make sure you join it. It is 100% free. And you will get my live updates. And it is an app too as well. For all the new people. Who's longing Bitcoin at the moment, guys? Okay, let's see here. Let's jump on CoinGecko. See what CoinGecko is doing here. Yeah, midnight pumped a bit. What's actually trending at the moment? XAU, someone want to look at gold? We could look at gold. Yeah, gold is looking good. It's going to hit the top of my channel here. I will be doing a breakdown on gold this week. Kate's shout to Australia. I appreciate you. Dusty, let's go. Waiting for the back test. Not a bad call, right? It's probably going to hit 89.3 to 89.2. Yeah, gold is popping, guys. Gold is going to pump to potentially 4,200 or higher. Got a BTC at 88.1. There we go. I think my entry was 89-ish. Not bad, guys. We're absolutely going to crush this. Yeah, gold's not looking too bad at all. I don't know. If I was going to stay in gold, it would have been the bottom. So I want to see if it goes to 4,400 and breaks out, or if it stays. Okay, now Bitcoin is back testing, so we want it to back test. Even if it came here and faked out, that's fine. We already know we broke out. The market broke out 100%. You can see that we broke out on our RSI. You can definitely see it, right? All right, let's check out. Man, not a lot of coins are trending right now. Let's check out Midnight. Midnight popped off that rounded bottom. Okay, that's. I don't see Midnight. Oh. Okay. So Midnight's on a little bit of an uptrend. It's a newer coin, but yeah, I probably wouldn't touch Midnight. Well, the long looks really good on Midnight from here, but I wouldn't really mess with it. There's not really too much trending at the moment. There's a couple coins that are running a bit, but they're not. They're more liquidity grab coins. Grass is doing something. I know I made a lot of money off grass before. Grass is looking okay. So if we look at grass, yeah, we're in a pennant. Man, this is. Grass broke out. See, it definitely could be a Sunday pump. But we did break out on Bitcoin. That's the reality. Yeah, grass is looking very, very good. Not too bad at all. So if we end up breaking out of this resistance right here, grass could absolutely take off. I'm going to set an alert on grass and see what happens. Which is around 36. What else is running? Not too much. Couple things here and there, but nothing crazy. All right, what trades are everyone in at the moment, guys? Pax, G, you know, your stable coins are still trending right now. I want to see what my toll-free toll-free altcoins are doing. So toll-free has been in this bear flag for a bit. We faked out, we faked out, kind of broke out, kind of didn't. Looks to me that altcoins are about to break out. It really does. Now, of course, we're in the downtrend. But again, guys, we are in a Sunday trading day, right? I know this is a Tokyo session, but the reality is it is Sunday. Bitcoin definitely broke out, though. Altcoins, I wouldn't trust altcoins too much. Luna Classic, ZEC. Is Luna Classic pumping back up? Luna Classic for a short or a long? Luna Classic is a bit risky because it did break the trend. It 100% broke the trend. And now it is kind of selling off. So this is a good short. Good short for sure on Luna Classic. Although I'm not shorting anything right now, but this absolutely did break the trend. So now there might be a mini sell-off. Yeah, I'm not shorting anything. We'll see what happens. Prime. Prime is going to move again. See what Prime is doing. Why can't I find any MEX-C pairs? Okay, I'll just look at CoinEx. Yeah, Prime is looking really good, actually. We can see Prime kind of ranging in this region right here. Oversold, oversold. This could be the start of an uptrend on Prime. Where would I short Jelly Jelly? Okay, I'll look at Jelly Jelly in a bit. So Prime could definitely pump to the top here if it breaks out of this inverse head and shoulder. Then I would say Prime is looking pretty good. But we do have some resistance in this region right here. Let's see if Bitcoin's bouncing off this resistance. Looks like it is. See, that would be a good time to take profit and then get back in right here. And then it should pump off of that. It could be a fake out, but definitely Bitcoin definitely broke out. So that's the reality of it. All right, no problem, Moises. Ondo, or I'll look at Jelly first. I think, yeah, Jelly's in the same place we looked at before. Jelly's looking decently good. I would short it up here around 72 cents. Otherwise, I wouldn't trade it. Like, you could possibly look for a long. But it already broke out. It technically is moving up very slowly. It is touching the top here. 3 days moving up. It bounced off of a higher low. I'm not saying I would long it, maybe. But I can see this possibly hitting around 67 cents. There's a lot of support and a lot of resistance in this area, but it did definitely break out. So if I was going to long it, it would be at the top in that area right there. Definitely in that area. So I would probably set an alert, like to long this, it's just up 200%. I wouldn't trust longing it right now, but I would set an alert probably around 62.7 and then look for a short. It looks too dangerous for me. I'm not saying it's not going to drop, but it actually looks like it's about to pump. And you broke out of that rounded bottom too. All right, guys, smash the like button, fam. Let's run up the live today. See what else we got here. Huma, you said? Okay, I'll take a look at Huma. Actually, I'll look at Ondo first. So this should be the back test on Bitcoin, guys, and then we should start running up again. If we are looking at Ondo is in a very, very big downtrend here. We can see the Ondo downtrend in effect, very big downtrend. Ondo's definitely not looking too bad for sure. It did hit the bottom of the support here. So technically off this like quadruple bottom that Ondo is in. It could pump back to the top here. It definitely could. Give me a minute, guys. I'm checking on my trade. All right. So yeah, Ondo's looking fairly good here for sure. So Bitcoin, if I'm looking at Ondo though, I would say if you break out of here, Ondo could, yeah, it pretty much did break out, right? Let's look at Bitcoin for a moment. Bitcoin's like faking out pretty hard. Let's see what's happening here with Bitcoin. No, it broke out though. Bitcoin absolutely broke out. So it could just be trying to wick right now, but 100% Bitcoin broke out. So whatever could be faking out right now, it's just, it definitely did break out. Or at least it broke out on the RSI. So see. That's tricky. So you look at most everything in the 4-hour time frame. Is that the time frame you use to make your decisions to get in, or do you move down to the ladder? The 4 hours what I use for my decisions for sure. And then the 15-minute, and the 15-minute is my entry. 15-minute is my entry, but the 1 hour is where I look for the ultimate breakout. The 4 hours is what I look for the initial trend. So if I look right here, my 4 hours moving up. And if I look right here, my 1 hour is moving up and it broke out and my MACD is already crossed. So I know we're moving up. I know we're in an uptrend. But it is Sunday too, guys. So anything can happen in the market, definitely. Do I use PO3? What is PO3? I use a lot of stuff. I use a lot of stuff. Yeah, so Bitcoin's pretty much oversold already. You're bouncing off that breakout. You already broke out, so we can see it pretty much broke out, and that would be the equilibrium around $89,000. So this would be basically bouncing off this equilibrium around 81 to 89.2. And off of this area, you shouldn't go lower than 88.7 if it was a complete fake out. But it shouldn't be. It should continue up. Power of 3. No, I don't use the power of 3. I don't even know what the power of 3 is. Maybe I use it, but I'm not sure what it is. XRP. I already looked at XRP. And XRP is doing, man, this dog hair is killing me. My dog always sleeps under the desk, and the dog hair is like driving me crazy. Man, I can never find MEXC. Yeah, XRP is a bit of a tricky one here. The reason being is because XRP is tricky. It's in a downtrend. You're ranging. You're oversold. 4 hours moving up. XRP I wouldn't even look at right now until we break a major area. For me to even be somewhat bullish or look at XRP as a trade, I would say that XRP needs to break that 224 mark. Otherwise, we're in a lot of range. And that's fine trading the range, but you're not going to have too much movement in this area right here. Do I use the power of accumulation, manipulation, distribution? So AMD pretty much. Yes, I use AMD. We use AMD hard. So Asia is in distribution right now. London or New York is going to be manipulation slash ranging. But yes, absolutely, I use AMD. I live by AMD. We know Tokyo's in a distribution phase, right? We know Tokyo's in a distribution phase. So we know that London and New York is either going to be manipulation or consolidation. If London consolidates, New York is manipulating. It doesn't matter what direction. It just matters that New York will manipulate, right? Never trust a Sunday pump. Yes, you're right. However, we actually did break out on Bitcoin. We 100% broke out on Bitcoin. So we just got to see if it's going to be a fake out or what, right? But yeah, XRP, I wouldn't be paying attention to XRP too much. I'm not sure if I would hold trades open overnight into London. I maybe would take profit or at least set a stop loss and profit. Like I said, as of right now, they're just chilling. So Bitcoin should backtest this breakout right here. It should. The breakout is in this area right here. This is the backtest. So this is what you're looking for. You're looking for the backtest off this 89,200, which additionally is right here in the 1 hour time frame. Like we already broke out the RSI. I don't see this faking out at all. There we go. And if we look, 15-minute is coming down, but the 5-minute is oversold. And essentially, if you look at your 1 minute time frame, the 1 minute has broken out. So you're going to get some buyers momentum coming in here off of the back test of the break. All right, but yeah, absolutely I use AMD. For the person who came on here and say, do I use Power of 3, guys? AMD is what will make you rich in trading. If you do not use AMD in trading, you're missing out and you're wasting a lot of time in the charts. And I will be personally doing a seminar or webinar for the new year and showing everybody AMD, 1 minute scalping, 4 hour time frame, 1 hour, 15-minute time frame, the whole thing. Noodle to Coffee, thanks for your comment. I appreciate you. Papaloo, appreciate you. Shout out to you on the AMD. We will see what happens in the market. It is a Sunday pump too, right? So anything could happen on a Sunday, like someone just said. Make sure if you guys are new to the channel, you subscribe. I appreciate you guys. We do 4 hours of live each day. All right, let's take a look at Bitcoin DOM and USDT here. Where's my... So Bitcoin DOM is going to be important. And the reason Bitcoin DOM is going to be important, we want to know if money's truly flowing into Bitcoin or not. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our... take our resistance from here to here, essentially from here to here. And we know we got a falling wedge here on BTCD. A little bit of falling wedge and a downtrend. So if we break out of this, we know that truly money is flowing into Bitcoin if we break out of this. And if we look at our 4-hour, we are absolutely bouncing off that trend on Bitcoin DOM. And this should be the bounce in this area right here, which means that potentially we could pump back to 60%. So we'll have to see what happens here because this is a bounce area and it is a higher low, essentially. All right, can I look at USDT.D for sure? While you're rejecting right now, 4 hours overbought, 18 hours overbought. We are kind of bouncing off this region right here. Yeah, not looking too bad. USDT is rejecting resistance. If this broke up here, it could pump all the way to 7%. Now we're kind of just ranging. It doesn't matter that we aren't going to break out. It doesn't mean that we aren't going to break out, but we are kind of ranging in that area. And that is the benefactor to if we are going to break out. So it completely matters what Bitcoin is going to do. If Bitcoin fakes out, then there's a possibility that we continue and break out on USDT. But if it doesn't, then Bitcoin's going to be moving up. And based on this breakout back test here / 4 hour, it looks like we are absolutely going to be moving up. Now, let's look at the worst scenario. If Bitcoin, for whatever reason, doesn't, Bitcoin would have to break. I wouldn't even trust that. Bitcoin would have to break this fair value gap down for it to invalidate. So essentially, here, guys, you have this fair value gap. Right now, you're back testing the fair value gap off of a pump, which means longs are built up in this area. If you break this and continue down, then you know you're going to come down. But it looks like Bitcoin is bouncing off this fair value gap, maybe looking at a bit of a fake out and the continuation up for now. But again, it is a Sunday, so trade with caution and put stop losses in profit. I can't say that enough. And if you're not in profit, put your stop losses in the market. Yeah, so we did break out. We're faking out a bit here. We'll see what happens. Shout out to all the people on the live, guys. I appreciate you guys. If we look at our liquidity blocks here for Bitcoin on the 15-minute, I could still see a fake out to this equilibrium around 89. Possibly if it does want to fake out, but I don't see it going any lower than 88.9 because that would be back testing that support, possibly ranging, and then continue up if it wanted to do that. Otherwise, it'll just bounce off this area right here, which is key support around 89.2. Because your 5-minute is completely oversold in Bitcoin. So if anybody's looking to long, this is where I would potentially long. I would just set a stop loss and profit. Yeah. There we go. Shout out to all the new people on the live, guys. I appreciate you. Where are you guys from? Let me know where you're from in different parts of the world. If you're new. Let me go look at Bonk, which is one of my favorite trades I'm waiting for, but it might even not be a short at this point. Might get a long recovery. So remember, guys, I've been talking Bonk up like crazy. Possibly for a short, but now shout out to Colorado, shout out to Texas. I lived in Texas for a bit. Shout out to Colorado. Detroit. Nice, nice. So Bonk is ranging at a golden cross here. I would keep an eye on it. I know we've been looking for a short for the people that I've been watching this bear pennant, but at the same time, if we go to this macro downtrend here on Bonk, that would take us to the top. Shout out to Mexico. Moises, appreciate you. That would take us to the top here, guys, which would pretty much be around 0.1255 area. So yes, Bonk is in a bearish pennant, but this, if we did break out, so to speak, in the shorter term, this would pump all the way up 22%. Not looking too bad at all. That's actually looking pretty good with that golden cross. We've remained below for all of October, and Bonk does follow Solana. So sure, I might be looking at a short in the bearish pennant, but in the shorter term, I'm not going to argue that we're completely oversold in the market. And technically we did break out where? Right here. Shout out to Pennsylvania. I appreciate all you guys for coming on the live, taking your day, your night on a Sunday. You probably work tomorrow and coming on the live, so it means a lot. Now we're just in limbo, guys. The 4 hours closing. We're kind of bouncing off that equilibrium, which is right here. Not really. We didn't hit it because the breakout was right here. But we should have bounced off of, if it was going to fake out, we would have faked out right here. Now, what you can see in the 15-minute time frame is there's actually a tweezer reversal forming here on the 15-minute candle. So this is now really, really good support on Bitcoin if this closes at 89.2. And the reason that would be really good support because you would have a full body tweezer reversal wick. Basically, which means both wicks are the same of the body close. And then once the body closes, you're essentially going to get a continuation of an uptrend and a reversal of trend, which it does look like it will happen because the 5-minute is completely oversold. So we'll see what happens. If it doesn't happen, then you're going to go back to this area right here. And like I said earlier, for the new people, this could fake out down to 88.8 and then continue back up out of the uptrend. But the sweep for all the people that were looking at shorts is about 94K. What up? I feel you, buddy. I feel you sometimes, right? We're in a very nice area, guys, of a fair value gap. So this is a beautiful fair value gap, which means now there are major, major big orders of long. So if Bitcoin tries to wick down, it'll push it back up. essentially. So yeah, non-financial advice, but if you're not in a long, this would be the area. Make sure you protect your capital. Don't go crazy leverage. On Bitcoin, I like to use 10x. On everything else, I like to use 5 or 7x. What is Aave doing? That means Aave's probably backtesting too as well. Kind of. Okay, so we've got a beautiful fair value gap here on Aave. I would love to see Aave come down to here at about 190, and then I would long it. But it looks like Aave is backtesting off that fair value gap and could go for a major pump. This is the #1 trade in crypto, guys. It is Aave all day. If you could get the breakout on Aave and you can get the backtests on Aave, you're golden. And if you could get the break of trend on Aave for a short, you're golden as well. That will play out every day. Very good money on Aave. All right, let's see what else we got here. We looked at gold. A lot of stable coins. People are still using stable coins, guys. So what is Rain doing? Is Rain a spot trade? Why are these spot trades all freaking out? Okay, well, Rain is pumped. Man, if I would have seen Rain here off this consolidation, like, that would have been a crazy, crazy pump. Yeah, nothing is really happening there. WLFI is ranging. ZEC, Zcash. We haven't looked at Zcash in a bit. So Zcash hit the top of our resistance here, which is looking fire. Yeah, Zcash is looking very, very good off of that. But now there's a back test right here of a little uptrend. So even though Zcash is in a downtrend, it is also still in an uptrend. So if you guys would have shorted Zcash up here when I called the short, you guys would have made money. I wasn't trading it myself, too volatile, but if Zcash potentially breaks this trend line, then we could potentially dump back to 250. It is pretty bearish. It is looking pretty bearish, but that's up to you guys if you wanna trade it. Smash up that like button, guys. Let's run up the live. I appreciate you all for joining tonight. If you guys aren't in our app, please join it. It is completely free. Yeah, I probably wouldn't trade Zcash, but if it does break right here and back test this trend break, it'll dump very, very hard. And now Bitcoin's back testing that 5 minute, which is perfect. It's what we wanted. How about Aster? So Aster hasn't really dropped. Neither has it really pumped. You know, yeah. Aster is, it is filling out the uptrend, right? So Aster is following the uptrend here, and it keeps on forming higher lows. I don't know what I think about Aster. I think it'll do something. It definitely broke out. Like, it broke out a long time ago. It's got a golden cross approaching here too, so I would keep an eye on it. It broke out multiple times. I just see this really ranging in this area right here. Ranging, right? You're going to basically range in this region. After it breaks out of this little channel right here, then I'm expecting Aster to really start moving. Yeah, exactly, Ron. Great call. It would be a good spot position. Futures, I'd go very, very low. But if it breaks out of right here, it will pop pretty much to roughly $1.13 area. All right. So I would set an alert on Aster around 99, and then you get the back test at around 97 if it does end up breaking out. But really, guys, the best play is Bitcoin right now. I don't know if I trust altcoins, but I know Bitcoin did break out. And I know it's getting ready to pop again. And being that you completely broke out of this RSI has this much more room to head to the top. So we've got, I don't know, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, roughly 4 to 5 hours in the London session. I mean, until the London session. OM, Dusty, let's go. No problem. I'll look at OM. OM is on this huge downtrend. Huge downtrend. Just make sure you manage your leverage, guys. Like, at the end of the day, it is a Sunday. Typically, Mondays are drop days, which is why I said manage your leverage. However, the reality is the RSI did break out on Bitcoin. So MACD's pointing up. Everything's looking good. If it fakes out, it fakes out, right? But it shouldn't fake out, being that the RSI completely broke out. It's not riding the trend line. It just completely broke out. OM is looking good, I guess. I don't know. I wouldn't touch OM. We're in a massive downtrend. I would only be looking at OM if it breaks this downtrend and from July. And if it breaks this downtrend, we are definitely going to pop, right? So I'd be setting an alert here above 9 cents, looking for the breakout, and then looking for the back test. I probably wouldn't touch OM for me, but it isn't looking too bad at all. Shout out to all the new people, guys. We do a live in the morning too as well. So between 8:30 to 8:45 area in that region. In that region. This is a crazy breakout though, because it is riding that breakout line. Like, yeah, literally riding it, which I wouldn't be surprised if we closed a red candle here, because that would be the back test of the fair value gap and then continuation up. MZJ7XW, what is up, fam? Look at ETH. Sure. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the live. Appreciate you. So I'm on a little bit of a wild card on Ethereum right now. The reason is Ethereum 100% broke out. You got some bullish divergence on Ethereum right here. Like ETH actually backtested. Bitcoin is kind of being weird right now, but ETH 100% backtested and is continuing up. So ETH is looking like it is about to break out. I'll be real with you guys. I don't like the downtrend on the MACD. I don't like the downtrend on the channel. But if I'm looking at Ethereum, yeah, ETH is very, very oversold in this downtrend channel. And it does look like Ethereum is about to break out. I personally wouldn't trade Ethereum. And the reason being why is I'm looking for a risk to reward of 1 to 3. If I'm going to trade Ethereum, I'm looking for a 1 to 3. So that means my stop loss is going to be here. And my target would literally be here, which is a waste of time. So if I'm going to trade Ethereum, my stop loss would have to be very, very tight. Literally at like 3,080. And then my target would be there because Ethereum is on a macro downtrend. Now, if Ethereum breaks out, there's still a possibility that we fake out. I'm going to say why, because this is an uptrend here. This is a downtrend, but we could potentially hit 3,500 if we break out and continue back down. Until we get that confirmation in the market that we backtest the breakout, I am not thinking anything is a breakout right now on the macro, because you can see Bitcoin and Ethereum is in a really big downtrend. So for me, I wouldn't trade Ethereum unless it's a 1 to 3 or a 1 to 5 trade at the moment. Just so you guys could kind of get an idea of what I look for. A lot of people just look for quick trades, and if you're scalping, that is fine. But if you're not taking it out within the first 5 minutes, I would look for a 1 to 5 or a 1 to 3 trade. Yeah, so Bitcoin's very, very quiet after that little pump. Like very, very quiet. Now you're kind of just ranging above the breakout, which honestly isn't a bad thing. Slack, what is up? Shout out to you. Thanks for subscribing. MZJ, thanks for subscribing. Appreciate you guys. We do 2 lives a day. Make sure you're tuned in to beastlimitless.com, which is our app or website. All right. Let's see if Tron broke out of my resistance yet, because I'm looking to get into a trade on Tron all day. Okay, so Tron is hanging out. Yeah, Tron's looking very, very good. 5 minutes oversold. You're looking at Tron hitting the top here. And then if Tron breaks out, Tron could run to 31 cents if Tron breaks out, and that would be the downtrend, the top of the downtrend. which would be about that 31. See what Bitcoin does. Fake out or breakout. What the heck? Head and shoulder to attract shorters, which is perfect. But yeah, I don't see us faking out. All my confirmations are lining up, almost all of them. The back test is not. What the heck is this? Why is there dots there? Okay, it tripped me out. Please, can you check algo? Sure. Not a problem. Whew. So algo is not looking too bad. If I was going to get algo, this is where I would get Algorand. Yeah, this is where I'd get algo if I was going to get algo. It'd hit the bottom of the channel. I just don't know how I feel about altcoins, guys, because Total 3 never broke out. Like of the longer term. And sure, altcoins are good, but when Bitcoin runs, Bitcoin runs. When altcoins run, they run very slow. But this is where I would get algo if I did get it. Potentially right here, right? I would literally get Algorand right here. I would spot it, or I would wait for it to come back up to here. Buy algo at the bottom of that wick. That's another thing too. So a lot of altcoins are going to come and chase this wick, which is flash liquidity right here. I haven't mentioned that this live, but I've mentioned it the other ones. Bitcoin already chased that wick. Ethereum already chased that wick. So you're going to see, guys, a lot of projects or assets are chasing that wick. So shout to you for that mention. A lot of projects are going to be chasing that wick for sure. This is definitely trying to fake everybody out and go for shorts and longs at the same time. So after this 4-hour close, the market should recover. But guys, keep in mind, London, if London is, I would set stop loss and profit on London. You don't really want to be holding trades into the next session, especially because a lot follows AMD, which is accumulation, manipulation, distribution. And right now, I would say Tokyo is in distribution, but I'm not sure. It depends how we close into the London session. All right, guys. So that's all I got for everybody tonight. Again, as long as Bitcoin bounces off of this area, 5-minute is oversold. I definitely would not try to go short. We are in a 1-minute head and shoulder. But the key thing is that Bitcoin broke out on the RSI, and we're bouncing off this fair value gap right here. Also, there's a possibility if we did want to fake out and go and try to trap longs and shorts, that Bitcoin could touch this equilibrium support at about 89 and then continue back up. What I do. Otherwise, we are going to just range 5-minute oversold until the London session, and then possibly pump again. Make sure you guys set your stop losses and profit. All right, I hope everyone has a great day, guys. Make sure you log into beastlimitless.com. It is our app. It is our website, kind of like Telegram. A lot of people are posting wins. People are winning nonstop. All of our trades have been pretty much profitable. But we will be back tomorrow, 8 to 8:30, 8 to 8:45 area, depending on if I could get that thumbnail made in time for the New York session. And then we'll be back tomorrow, 8 to 8:30 p.m. CST, Central Standard Time, for the Tokyo session. That's pretty much all I got for you guys. Nothing else is happening right now in the market other than Bitcoin backtesting. What is the vertical volume indicator on the right? This is the volume profile, the VRVP. Visible range volume profile, VRVP. And then my settings are 200, and for row size and value area volume 70. Okay. Shout out to all the new people tonight, guys. Thank you for joining the live. Thank you for spending time and coming here on a Sunday night. Subscribe if you're new. I appreciate you guys. We'll see you tomorrow, and mark your stop losses in profit, or just put stop losses in general. Okay, I hope everyone has a great day or great night.